This is the campsite at Tennsee. It's located some 15 kilometers from the town of Garmisch Parkenkirchen, noted for its winter sports facilities. Indeed, the 4th Winter Olympic Games were held there in February 1936, and it also hosts frequent games and other sporting events. So you can actually see the facilities which are there, and I filmed some of them yesterday. You'll be able to see that in another film. Today I want to talk about this campsite, but because what is particularly good here is the countryside, the surroundings, and the mountains. You can see up there. So it's now about 9 in the morning, and it's pretty sunny, even though it's only the second Sunday in April. A number of people have come here because of the sunny weekend, so it's pretty full. And the surroundings are, I think, very interesting. Now, if we start looking towards even the north, we've got the hills, the south, we've got the mountains. So let's have a look now around the campsite. On the right there is a restaurant, and I've noticed that there are people who come here who aren't actually even staying here. So that may be locals coming here. Now, this building on the left is the shower block. I've got to say it's one of the best shower blocks I've ever seen. There's even a bath. I won't be filming in it though. It's now 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, so I don't want to be seen doing things like that. However, I'll now film something I have never seen before on a campsite, which is the dog bath. So there you go. Dog runs up there, and there's the place to clean your dog. Don't know if there's a choice of hot or cold water. I'm sure the dog doesn't mind too much. And a request to leave the dog bath clean. Well, certainly, if you were a dog, you wouldn't want to come into a dirty bath. You may have seen a film I made in November 2012 when I was in Garmisch Parkenkirchen, and I travelled down this road, the one you can see here, which goes from Garmisch to Innsbruck. Then I called it Over the Alps by Campervan, and this was the beginning of a very exciting journey. Garmisch is a very attractive town. It's got lots of murals on the walls of many buildings. And it was on this trade route, but like many towns which were on trade routes, they went through a golden period in their existence, and then they went into decline as new mountain passes were opened. It's also the home of Germany's largest mountain, which is the Zugspitze, which you can see from the town very clearly. One thing I'd like to say about this region of Germany and Austria are these things. The paths, cycleways. You get out on your bike, you want to go out in the countryside, and there's paths everywhere. It's really good. Sometimes they're like this, really hard, or sometimes they're like that, sort of pretty hard with a bit of gravel, but not too much that you can't cycle on it. Here's a path which is pretty difficult. I mean, you're going to have to be fit to get up there on a bike, but at least it's hard. It's great everywhere you go. And here the paths are built into the campsite as such. So you can go towards Krum or Mittenwald, or yesterday I cycled to Garmisch Parkenkirchen, so it's 15 kilometers from here, but I had a path all the way there, or nearly all the way there, because there's a couple of times actually I came off it. The reason I came off it was because it was going downhill, and I thought, well, I'm going to build up a bit of speed here, so I'll come off the path in order not to bother people coming the opposite direction. Not that I'm particularly fast, I would add. So the sun's quite strong. Obviously at this time of the morning it's in a south-easterly direction. The campsite is on various levels. There's not a great deal of difference between different levels, maybe only a metre or 1.5 metres at maximum, but what it does mean is that everybody gets a view. This is Tennsee. It's a lake. As you can see, it's a dried lake. It only fills up with water when the snow melts on the mountains, so there's only water in it for a few weeks each year. But the underlying rock, which is Karst, is porous, so it leaks away slowly. Sunday morning, so in the distance we can hear the church bells. The campsite has a shop on site, so you can buy your food needs here if you so need. If you want to sort of do other shopping, well, there's Mittenwald, Krum, but you are looking at 2 or 3 kilometers to actually get there. But I think everything here is available, so that's okay. To travel into Garmisch, if you don't want to use your van, you can take the train, the local train that runs along here. The station's a couple of kilometres from the site. Alternatively, you could take your bicycle. Now, yesterday I cycled into Garmisch. It took me 38 minutes to get there. It's just over 15 kilometres, and it took me 1 hour and 15 minutes to get back, which ought to give an idea of the height of here compared to Garmisch. So that's a quick look around the campsite. And now it's time to go out somewhere on my bicycle. Let's look at some of the plants and wildlife. It's all in German though. And here's some information about Karst rock, which I mentioned earlier. That's in 4 languages, including English. And here's something about plant life on the meadows around the Alps, or this side of the Alps anyway. That's also in 4 languages. There are various water points around the campsite, and here you've also got a dump as well for black waste. And I parked my van there, and I've got this very nice view of the mountains in the morning.